Welcome, lovely to have you all here in a nice big class today. So find your position, sitting position. And take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale. Welcoming yourself to your mat to explore where you're at today. And make any small movements that feel just that they'll let you settle. Is there any tension in your body, anything painful in your body? Just to allow yourself to settle, get comfortable. Lengthening your spine upwards, like there's a little cord on the top of your head, just lifting your spine and your neck up, relaxing your shoulders down. And take a couple of breaths in through your nose and then open your mouth and exhale. And then invite your breathing to become a little bit deeper and longer. So you can draw yourself back to your own center, to your own essence, letting go of all the stuff that's on the outside. Creating some space to get some inspiration, some fresh outlook on where you are. And allow your exhale just to carry away with it anything that you don't need in this moment, you don't need today. Perhaps anybody who's got a busy head, lots of thoughts. And using the Ujjayi breathing, a slight contraction in the throat to slow down that breath. So you can slow down the inhale and the exhale. The next couple of breaths, just expanding a little more, almost exaggerating, so your ribs can open, stretching away any stuckness in the muscles in between the ribs. And then slowly beginning to allow your breath to come back to a more regular rhythm without any effort. And slowly opening your eyes. Let your hands and arms be relaxed. And then inhale your arms up. Take hold of your left wrist. And inhale, as you exhale, move over towards the left side. So arching towards the left side. So your hands are going to look a bit like that, but the top shoulder edges back. Inhale back up to center, take hold of your opposite wrist. And exhale, stretching out through your ribs. Inhale back up, one more time to each side. Exhale over to the left side, making that arch, kind of a half moon shape, a crescent shape. Inhale back up to center and exhale over to the right side one more time. And inhale back up and release your arms down. Take your block or your cushion away and bring your hands behind your back and press your knuckles down towards the floor and just make some movement with your shoulders about here, around the front of your chest, top of your chest, and let your knuckles press down to the floor. And then see if your arms can be straight, lifting your arms up, and then allow yourself to roll forward in whatever way is comfortable, just having that stretch through your shoulders. If you want to, you could take a tie in your hands and just give some more space to your shoulders. And then release. And release your arms back down, come back up, sitting upwards. And just let's alternate our shoulders. So let the breath go. Inhale and exhale, alternate shoulders. All right, so good. And then let your shoulders rest. Take one arm across and put the other one on the outside. We're doing a triceps stretch here. So just hooking around higher up than your elbow if you can. Lengthening the horizontal arm and just bringing that arm towards you to stretch that upper part here. Inhale and exhale. And then releasing down, taking your opposite arm, squeezing it towards you, feeling the stretch through the, well, it's triceps really, so the upper arm underneath. And release. So roll onto your back, hug your knees into your chest, and just feel as your back unfolds onto the ground, let your head rest onto the ground, and just rock from side to side. Inhale and exhale. And then keep your feet on top of each other, open your knees out and make some circles. So we're just getting the lower part of the spine, the sacrum really, and the hip bones. Inhale and exhale. Massaging the bony part of our pelvis at the back. And then change direction. Okay, and then coming to rest, hands on top of your knees, hug your knees into your chest. See if you can, while your knees are still pressed towards you, see if you can take 2 full deep breaths in and out. And on the next exhale, lift your forehead up towards your knees, rounding your back, feeling the stretch in the top of your back, and the muscles of your back, maybe in your neck too. And then releasing your head back down to the ground. Bring your feet back on the ground and you can keep your knees bent. If you've got your tie, take hold of your tie, or if you haven't got your tie, you can just take hold of the back of your thigh. So anything works as a tie, a long scarf, preferably not stretchy. And we're just going to stretch the back of the leg. So the knees bent, and then we exhale, let the thigh slide up through our hands until our arms and the thigh is straight. And then we're going to do that another couple of times. Inhale and bend, exhale and stretch, getting to know your leg this morning, just how it's feeling. Is it feeling open at the back? Does it enjoying this stretch? Give yourself plenty of space on the thigh so that you can stretch your leg out as straight as possible. And if it doesn't go straight vertically, then just let the leg come down slightly on an angle towards the ground, about 45 degrees, because there you'll be able to get more stretch there. Pressing your heel away. Okay, then holding your legs still, you could press your heel up towards the sky, or you could bring your toes up in the direction of the top of your head. Maybe feel the stretch in different areas of your leg. And then relax it a little bit, take the thigh into your right hand and make some circles. You can bring your other hand onto your belly just to support that. Make some circles with that leg, with that lovely ball and socket joint. Notice how that feels in your hip, and if the circles want to get any bigger, then let that happen. Until actually you're just going all the way, maybe out to the floor on the side and all the way across the front of your body. If the circle's as big as possible, as long as you can support it and as long as you're not feeling any twinges in your back. And then let's change direction with that circle, starting small. And feeling yourself get into your body, coming into your body. Circle can get a little bit bigger. And then let the circle come back to smaller again. Hold your legs still, let the thigh go. And your other leg's still bent, so actually I see mine's not even straight, so see if you can straighten your leg and then bring that foot down towards the floor. And just, you could just let it go all the way down to the floor, feeling how heavy that leg feels, how different actually to the other side. Maybe stretch out your other leg and give both of your legs a bit of a tap, just feeling if one's worked a little harder than the other. Bend both of your legs and then take your tie around your left foot. Stretch your left foot up towards the sky and then let's bend and stretch. Opening up the muscles, opening up the channels at the back of the leg. And then holding your legs still so you can even stretch it a bit more. Heel up towards the sky. And then start to make circles. It doesn't matter which direction, just keep them small to start with. Stretching your leg away all the time. Making the circle a little bit bigger. And then changing direction. Starting small. Circle bigger. And then pausing at the top, taking the tie away, bring your hands onto your belly, stretch your leg away, keep stretching your heel away, lower that leg down. Come into the ground. As the leg touches the ground, just stretching out that other leg, give your legs a tap. And then bending your knees again. Roll yourself over onto your side. And bring yourself up to standing. So let's carry on with a bit more arm and shoulder work. So bring your arms out level with your shoulders, and then let's take your left hand, slide your left hand across, all the way across, and we're going to kind of turn so that our palms come together. And then we're taking hold of our back hand with our front hand. So actually you can just interlace your fingers, and we're going to stretch the back hand away. So yeah, I'm trying to turn to the front. So just stretching out through your shoulders. So using the front hand to stretch the back hand a little bit more. And then when you're in that position, look over towards the back. So over your right shoulder. And then look back towards your hands, and then swap so that you're taking hold of your front hand with your back hand, and you're just interlacing your fingers. And then you stretch that arm away, and then you can look towards the front. So you can imagine it's stretching all the way through the back of the shoulder blades there. And then release and slide that hand back all the way across. And we're going to come to the other side. So we're going to slide the right hand across to meet the left palm. First of all, we're taking hold of the fingers at the back, and we're stretching them out in front of us, and then looking over our shoulder towards the back wall. Release slightly, swap your grip so that you're taking hold of the front arm, and then lengthen that front arm all the way out of your shoulder blade and look towards the front, so looking over your right shoulder. Okay, then bring your head back to the center. Slide your arm. It's even quite tiring for your arms to hold them in that position. And then release your arms down. Just close your eyes for a moment. Just feel the stretch in your arms and the muscles there. Okay, let's move into, if you've got a wall behind you, stand close to the wall with your back close to the wall, or if you've got a sofa or a chair next to you, just stand with it next to your right hand. So you can see my head as well. Okay, so we're going to use the wall as support, or a chair just next to you. So taking the weight onto your right foot and lifting up your left knee. So if you do overbalance, you can just lean against the wall or lean against the chair. So lifting up your left knee and make some circles with your ankle. And then we're going to take hold of that knee with our hands, and the standing knee is a little bit bent. We can lift upwards, and we want to breathe there. We want to take 2 deep breaths in. Our upper body is as upright as possible. And then whilst we're standing, can we open that knee outwards slightly? So we're opening it out to the side, holding the leg in whichever position feels comfortable. You might want to do that underneath your knee. Good. And then bring that leg back into the middle and step your foot back to the floor. We're going to stay with the same leg, and we're going to bend it up towards the back. Heel comes towards your butt, and if you wanted to, or if there's a little less flexibility there, you could take a tie. You could use a tie, around the top of your foot there. Try to get it on the front arch of your foot, and you could just use that tie to bring it up. And you see where my knee is forward of my other knee. We want to bring that knee back. So what we're looking for is a stretch right through the quads there. I'll just turn to the front so that you can see. And then we want to straighten up if possible, that our upper body is straight up and we're balancing, so we're looking straight ahead and breathing. Okay, and then when we exhale, we're going to let that foot come back down to the ground. Shake out the standing leg. All right, so just feel how much the standing leg's been working. We're coming to the other side, so first of all, we'll take the weight onto our left foot. We'll bring that right knee up. Make some circles with your ankle. Release your ankle and your toes. And then just take hold of it underneath. And open that knee out wider. That's why I suggest the wall, because it's a bit more of a challenging balance. And then bringing that leg back into the centre, and then we're going to stretch the quad at the front. So taking hold of your thigh or the top of your leg, or your pants would work as well. You could use your pants to pull your heel up towards your butt, and then just stretch that knee back so that you can feel almost like there's a lengthening from the hip to the front of the knee. So getting into those quad muscles and also the digestion, the stomach meridian channels. Can you take one more full deep breath in there, and then release your foot down, feeling your standing leg, and then giving your legs a shake. Okay, let's find let's do the stick. So finding your Dandasana, your basic standing posture. Looking straight ahead, and then stepping your right foot forward, taking the weight onto your front foot, stretching your right arm up next to your ear, and then just tipping the weight forward onto that front foot, so you can see there's like straight lines happening here. And then we want to suggest that our body goes horizontal into a horizontal line. You might need to bend the standing knee slightly, be able to lift. And then there's a length happening between the fingers of the right hand, the toes of the left foot. There's a diagonal stretch happening. Your eyes looking down at the floor and not lifting that left hip up too much. One more full deep breath in if you can. Exhaling, coming slowly out if possible. Foot hits the ground and you can release that right arm down. Step the right foot back to join the left. Feel the stretch, feel where it's happening in your body. And then we're going to step the left foot forward and stretch the left arm up next to your ear. Take the weight onto your front foot and start to look for that very straight line, the stick. And the crown of your head becomes horizontal, your eyes look down at the ground. You could flex your back foot and you could stretch out between the right heel and the left fingers. Enjoying that opening up through your back. Two more full deep breaths in and out. And exhale. Slowly coming back. The foot comes to the ground. Letting your arm come down. Take a moment. Just take a moment with your eyes closed. And opening your eyes again. Let's do the Ganesha Mudra. So it's for opening up the heart space, if you like. So all of this area, which actually includes the lungs, the breathing, and the heart linked with the giving and receiving and joy and radiating out rather than being contracted in. So we grab the hands. We grab one finger with the other finger. It doesn't matter which one. And we inhale, and as we exhale, it's as though we're pressing our elbows away towards each wall at the side of us, or the garden fence if you're outside. So there's almost like you're trying to pull your hands apart. There's a stretch happening up in your shoulders here. And then you release. We're doing that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, and feel the pressure pressing your elbows away to the walls. And release. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. And release. And then we're going to swap hands. So without thinking too much, just swap the grab of your hands. So the last one will be your automatic side, and this will be your less automatic side. So inhale, and I'm going to do that again 3 times. Exhale. Elbows apart towards the outside walls. Inhale and release. And exhale and stretch. And it's on the release that you really feel where it's working. It's almost a big whoosh happening down my arms. So the last time, inhale and exhale. Relax your shoulders and your neck as you do that. And release. Lovely. And the Ganesha, the deity, the elephant god, is the remover of obstacles. So that's in this mudra somewhere. So just shake out your arms, fingers and hands. We're going to come back down to the ground. So bring your feet together, bring your chin onto your chest, roll yourself down. Come into the child pose or your variation of the child pose. And just pause in the child pose. Feel if your knees are tight, see if you can open your legs out slightly. I know I always say that, just a reminder. And feel the stretch between the top of the back of your neck and your tailbone. Long back. And feeling that if you're in the other position, which will be lying on your back, hugging your knees into your chest, you feel that length too. Feel the width between your hip bones, the width between your shoulders, the width between your ears. And then bringing the weight onto your hands, lifting your upper body upwards. And now we're coming down to the floor. We're going to do a little bit more stretching with these, excuse me, with these muscles, with the quads, which is also very good for tension release and for your digestive system. So come down, lay onto your front. Have your tie handy, just in case you need it. Turn your head to the side to start with. Bring your arms down to the side. Allow yourself to rest there on your front, connecting with the ground. And then bring your chin into the center. So your chin's resting on the mat. And then bend up your right leg so your heel comes again towards your butt. And then reach back. See if you can reach back and just press the foot towards your body. The stretch is happening, again, down the front of your leg. Okay. And then take your left arm and just bring it underneath your head. So you're resting your left arm flat underneath your head there. And see if you can lift that knee off the ground. So just see if that's possible. Just a variation in the stretch. And place it back down again. You can't go very far, I don't think. And then we're going to release that leg back to the ground. And change your arms. So bring your right arm underneath your forehead. Stretch up your left leg, lower leg, and the heel comes towards your body. Take hold of the leg if you can. And inhale, and as you exhale, maybe you can lift your head and your knee off the ground. It's just a suggestion, really. It's not very easy. And then place your forehead comes to rest again onto your front arm. And you can let your leg come down to the ground. Okay, we'll try both of them together. So if you've got any issues with your knees, then I suggest you probably don't do this. Just let your knees bend and just move your heels towards your body as close as you can. If you want to try it, reach back, maybe you take hold of your pants, maybe you take hold of your ankles, but make sure your knees are not splaying outwards. Knees facing straight back towards the wall behind you. Inhale, this is called the bow pose. And as you exhale, lift your chin away from the ground and lift your knees away from the ground so that your belly is the bow shape. And it's a practice of just noticing where you can bring this to. Don't over exert, don't feel any pain in your body, just practice and see where you might get to today. Releasing your knees down, releasing your chin down, let your legs come towards the ground and turn your head to the side just to rest. And then come onto your forearms. So you can bring your hands flat on the ground, so a bit like the cobra. We're going to do the half frog. So we're going to bring our right knee up out to the side and make a right angle with your foot and with your knee. And you can lift your upper body. You can lift it up and look forwards. So you're just bringing your leg out to the side in a right angle. And then send that foot back. And can we do the same with the other side? Slide your knee up, out to the side. Bend your ankle so that your foot's flexed, opening the front of your hips. Inhale, and as you exhale, press that leg back and just come down onto the floor once more. Turn your head to the side, arms down by your side. Relax your shoulders. Okay, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself back up to sitting. Lovely. Okay, so let's do a bit of work with the Dandasana, the staff pose. So it's two straight lines really, so like we've been doing a little bit, like we did in the stick pose. So just want you to be able to see my legs a bit if you can. So legs stretch out flat on the floor, and Your feet are flexed, so your toes are sticking up towards the sky. Feet are hip width apart, so your feet are open. Bring your hands next to you, down onto your hips. Inhale as you exhale, lifting your upper body up, chin tucked towards your chest and eyes looking straight ahead, or maybe your eyes are closed. And as you inhale, you might want to just come out slightly, and as you exhale, just pressing yourself, lifting up your upper body straight with that natural curve in your back, and your heels are pressing away. And it's probably a lot more challenging than it actually looks and sounds. Release slightly, inhale, let your knees bend a bit, let your elbows bend a bit, let your core collapse a bit. Inhale as you exhale, straightening your legs, straightening your arms, lifting up, crown towards the sky. And release. Right. We're going to go from there into a twist. So we're going to take let's take the right knee just so that now you can see it. So we're bending the right foot onto the inside of the thigh, and the right knee can come down to the ground, or if it's away from the ground, you could just prop it with something. And then bring your left hand down next to the leg that's stretched out. Inhale, exhale, and take that hand onto the outside of the left shin. And then once again, lift yourself up as high as you can. Look over your left shoulder. Feel the twist in your belly. Actually, it's quite nice to turn your hand outwards away from your leg. It's probably easier for your shoulder. And your hand can rest anywhere down the side of the leg, underneath your knee. Feel the stretch as well happening through your shoulder here. Inhale and exhale, release your hands. And stretching your leg out in front. Taking the opposite leg, so the left sole of the foot comes on the inside of the thigh, and the left knee comes down towards the floor. So we're doing a diagonal stretch. We're stretching with the left hand on the outside of the right shin. We're going to lift ourselves up and look over our right shoulder. Two full deep long breaths if possible. And exhale, coming back around to face the front, so releasing your legs down. Okay, let's just hook our knees into our chest, a bit of a counter stretch for the legs. They've been working hard. Come lay on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Let your head relax. Rock yourself from side to side. Cross your back. And then roll yourself onto your side. Bring yourself up to sitting. And excuse me, I'm going to do a mudra which we haven't done before. And actually I don't know why we haven't done it, because it's for backs, the back mudra. Or maybe we have done it. So different things going on with each hand. So you take on your right hand, just find your sitting position. Actually, I forgot to say that. your thumb, your middle finger, and the little finger are touching. And the other fingers, so that's the index finger and the ring finger, are stretching away just as much as they can. There's a lot of protest happening there in my fingers, so notice if that's happening to you too. The left hand's a bit more straightforward. You place your thumb on the nail of the index finger. So almost like you put the top of your thumb onto the top of your index finger and make a circle. So you're kind of squashing the nail with your top of your thumb. All right, stretch your other fingers away. Okay, let your hands rest onto your knees. And it's about when you've just overdone it a little bit with your back. So like when you've been gardening, or maybe a certain yoga that's stretched your back a little bit too much, strained, tension, wrong position. Okay, and anything in your environment that might be weakening your lower back, a bit like overwork or maybe a fear of something. And you can also do this in the legs up the wall pose. It would be a good posture, or legs on the chair pose. Okay, and you can practice this, it says like up to 20 minutes, so it would be kind of nice just to rest with it. All right, so as you sit and hold your fingers in this mudra, I'm going to give you a visualization. And there's an affirmation that goes with this mudra for your back, for strengthening your back. So you could just allow this thought, this mantra to float through your head. My backbone is strong. My back is wide. I am protected and supported both inside and outside. My backbone is strong. My back is wide. I'm protected and supported both inside and outside. My backbone is strong. My back is wide. I'm protected and supported both inside and outside. And maybe any part of that you want to repeat to yourself. And just coming into your breath, maybe breathing in the mantra and breathing out any tension. And just imagine you're in your favourite place. Maybe it's in the garden, maybe it's a favourite chair, doing something that you really like and feeling comfortable and cosy, and just drift into your breath. Allow your breath to fill your lungs. Keep pressing the other fingers away, the ones that are not touching. Bring your awareness to your lower back, almost as if you could breathe down towards your lower back and you expand there. So between the hip bones and the ribs. Each breath allows you to really expand into that area. 2 more full deep breaths in and out. And then letting go of any mantra, letting very gently go of your hands. Move your fingers. Start to wriggle your fingers. Let them all move again. Shake your hands from your wrists. Okay. And then moving down into your place for Savasana. If there's any posture that you want to practice for another couple of minutes, any stretch that would feel good, go ahead and do that. So when you're laying on your back, tucking your chin towards your chest, feeling a heaviness in your toes and in your ankles, heaviness in your calf muscles and shins, letting go with the back of your knee and the front of your knee. Feeling your thighs, we've been working quite a lot with the legs today, the front of the thighs, the heavy muscles, the front and the back, completely relaxing. And maybe they don't fully relax until you come into your hip joints and feel any tension that might be holding there and allowing the whole hip joints to relax down to the floor. Feeling your legs all the way down to your heels and toes, fully relaxed. Feeling the back of your hips and your pelvic bowl and all of the lower organs having a moment to relax, to rest. Your backbone originating in your sacrum, back of your hips, and just feel the natural curve of your backbone on the ground. Each vertebra can have a place to let go, all the way up to the back of your neck. Feeling the muscles on either side of your backbone, heavy, long, heavy muscles. And they relax all the way up to the top of your shoulder blades. And feeling your shoulder blades, they're not quite flat, but sometimes they feel flat. Relaxing onto the ground. And as those shoulder blades let go, feel the shoulder joint, the ball and socket of your shoulder joint. Shoulders feel heavy. Nothing to do. Feeling the arms, the muscles of the arms, the elbow, the forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, right the way to the tips of your fingers. Arms are relaxed. Feeling the front of your hips, your lower belly. That the front of your body can also let go towards the ground. The belly feeling wide, not holding on to any inner or outer tension. Belly button soft. The upper belly around the solar plexus. Breathing gently, no tension. Storing up its energy, its prana for using later on. Feeling your ribs meeting at the front to protect your body. Protect all those vital organs. Imagining your heart being massaged by your lungs as you breathe. And then feeling your face expressionless, eyes soft, lips gentle, tongue resting, cheeks heavy. And so your face is expressionless and your whole head is in a relaxed place. Just imagine the thoughts coming to rest, slowing down. Perhaps feeling the space between the thoughts. And as you're physically relaxed, mentally relaxed, energetically relaxed, allowing yourself a few moments of deep relaxation, nothing to do. And then beginning to move your fingers and toes, bringing in gentle stretches, maybe twists. And rolling or stretching onto your side. And with your knees bent, coming to rest on your side for a moment. And then bringing yourself up to sitting. Letting your eyes still be closed. Feeling your practice, including the most important Savasana, that deep relaxation, allowing your body to come to stillness, almost like a storage heater storing the lovely chi for later. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart and bowing your head below your heart as a sign of thank you to yourself for coming to practice online. Maybe reciting Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. And exhaling, eyes and hands open. Namaste.